Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno.
And I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow. It is deja vu for many cities today as storms and flooding and what's already been a very wet summer.
Possible there. And that's really been the story, right? Along our front, it's not just been one thunderstorm that comes through and ends it. You end up getting a couple. So let's show you where we are right now. Here's our front. And by the way, this is a very strong front for June. You really can tell where it is. You look at the winds converging right in here. Along the front is where we have the rain, and there's a temperature difference, a dew point difference as well right along it. But you can see the thunderstorms lining up along and just ahead of it. Where we see the storms training or moving over some of the same areas, that's where we're dealing with flooding, and that's what we want to focus on for you right now. We have storms, but they're progressive enough to not cause any major issues, moving along 80 onto the Ohio Turnpike here in northwestern Ohio, back down through Indiana, Fort Wayne. You know, a very wet June, our wettest June on record. More rain coming our way here. And then we go back down to Paducah, where we're in a break right now, thankfully, after inches, more than 5 inches of rain in some spots. We are looking at the concern for still some waters up, covering roadways. A lot of concerns with the water there here, at least for the next couple of hours. Now, let's go down to in Missouri, in the Branson area. We've got Cassville, Ozark, and Swan all under flash flood warnings until 1 o'clock today. Seen a lot of reports of some roads and some local highways covered with water in this area, especially around the Cassville area. Be careful out there. Reports of flooding have been coming in. And then we take you out to a broader view, and the other spot to watch is around the Abilene area, where we've seen some big totals as well. The rainfall has been heavy so far, and Paul, it's going to be heavier across. To work hard to get there. It's not luck.
That's true. Hey, thank you for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow.
And I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. Today's story in the weather is the flood, the flooding threat, the rain, the too much rain, and we've got it going on starting today, this morning, in parts of Texas and Kentucky, and expecting other areas to be at risk as well.
Yeah, flooding is a huge concern also.
Look at where we're concerned about skies like that today. We've got the red zone today that stretches from Cleveland to Indy to Cincinnati, back down towards Paducah, where you are dealing with flooding right now. We still may see additional storms that bring severe weather to the area. In Pittsburgh, by afternoon, we are in this mix as well, plus general thunderstorms into the northeast. So here's the front. That's the culprit. It's out ahead of it, where we've got that rising air where we're seeing the storms pop. This morning, the main threat has been a flash flooding threat, and we've got this new flash flood warning here in southern Indiana. Also still watching for the very heavy rain continuing in and around parts of Missouri as well. Let's go into Toledo. You've got some showers approaching, some thunderstorms out there. They won't be a huge deal, but there'll be something to affect any travel, certainly with some steadier and heavier rain at times. Then we go down towards Evansville and Owensboro, and you can see we've got some rain in the area as well. Just saw a tweet from someone in West Virginia, and they said it's starting to look like a rainforest out here. I mean, it's been raining so much, and then everything is growing. So yeah, we're going to get more moving into that area too. Time it out here for you. Getting into the dinner hour, we'll watch storms fly into Pittsburgh later into the overnight as well. And then this is tomorrow morning, and we're still looking at another batch of rain back into places like Kansas City and down into Springfield as well. And yes, back down into Branson and Cassville in Missouri, where you're dealing with flooding and flash flooding right now. All right, let's look at Cincinnati. We've got the front approaching. We're going to be watching for thunderstorms coming in throughout the day today. Could be severe weather. Damaging winds would be the main threat. Overnight tonight, still the chance of hit or miss thunderstorms. And even tomorrow, too. We're not really going to get this front to clear completely. That's sort of going to wash out in the area, and we'll watch that to be a reason for some thunderstorms in the area again tomorrow. Paul. 53 minutes past the hour. Tropical update time. Michael Lowry here with us today. Michael, we go to the Pacific now. I know we're going to get to Hawaii, right? But a lot going on heading over towards
Asia. Jen, just count them. I mean, look, there's one even in the very corner where you are. Yeah, that's a tropical storm. We have a typhoon next to that one, another typhoon. I mean, just all the way across the Pacific Ocean. As you mentioned, we're going to come over to here, Hawaii first. We'll get back to these in a second. This is, though, the system we're most interested in. It's an Invest about 1,300 miles to the southeast of Hawaii, Invest 96E. We think a really good chance that this is going to become a tropical storm here over the next 24 hours.
And then the track, I guess, is most important, though, when it comes to this one.
Right. Everybody's kind of wondering where it's going to go. It's really warm out here in the Pacific, and so this may be the first in a series of storms that we have to deal with out here. But it's being steered by this ridge of high pressure for the time being. Come tomorrow, this is going to weaken a little bit. We're going to have another area of high pressure build in to the west of Hawaii, and this is sort of where either continues more on a westward course or it turns more to the north. And the big question to me is whether or not these two areas of high pressure can link up. In other words, that building high pressure build in quicker than this is weakening over here.
And that could block it.
That could block it from going north. So that's what we're watching for tomorrow. If it continues off here on a more westward course, or if it finds that weakness.
There's no coaches doing this, but to me it looks like sort of how you're going to set up your field for a football game or a soccer game, right? Like it's the layout of where you're going to put the players.
These are all of the players that are coming in to play. And in fact, Jen, interestingly enough, the hurricane hunters are headed out there this afternoon, and they're going to fly a synoptic mission in the environment. And the area that they're going to fly in the most and drop the most of these drops on, most of these instruments, is going to be right in this area. So they're going to get a better handle, hopefully, on this during the evening hours.
And that means they're going to fly higher.
They're going to be flying very high.
As compared to where hurricane hunters, usually fly into an active storm.
Yeah, jet airplane that's going to be flying about 40,000 feet. So we'll hopefully get that information into the computer models come this afternoon and into this evening, and that'll improve our forecast thereafter. Jess, I don't know. I think it looks like my Max is stuck for right now, but if you look at the computer models, most of them, Jen, taking this off just to the north of Hawaii. So I think, though, the odds of this is going to be just a little bit north of Hawaii, not direct on to
Isn't it hard to get an approach to Hawaii from the east of a tropical storm or hurricane?
Yeah, generally, because you got to get that ridge really building in all the way across the Central Pacific, and that doesn't happen all that often. Usually they find little breaks or weaknesses, and that's the case here.
But surf could be up, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll at least get the surf from this.
That'll be the main concern, I think. All right, Michael, thank you. Paul, back to you.